Today I am back, and it has become the time to whip up some of my tension blend that I never go without. So I did post this recipe 2 years ago in December, and it is up on the blog, and so I will link that post in the description so you can find all the ingredients and the amount of drops. But I make a Copycat past tense from doTerra. This is a blend that I never do without because I get migraines, and I roll the oil on my head and on my temples, and it's really good for tension. It doesn't take the migraines away, and I know that some people will be like, well, why do you use it if it doesn't take it away? Well, if you get migraines, you will understand. There's many facets of a migraine that you have to deal with. I'm just saying, I keep this around always in my purse, and I was paying the amount that they charge from doTerra, and I was happy to pay that. I had a friend who was selling that, but I just finally decided, I don't ever want to run out, and I get all these essential oils that I really do like, and there's no reason why I couldn't make my own, and I think I save a little bit of money. I don't mind buying from doTerra, but Rocky Mountain is what I usually buy from, and we found the recipe online. I make mine all from the Rocky Mountain oils that I already had most of them when I found the recipe, and so I just had to get a couple to add to it that I bought only for this purpose. I keep it in my purse all the time. Greg loves it when I bring it out because he said he just loves the fresh smell of it, and so he'll use it on the back of his neck sometimes or on his temples. What it does for me with a migraine is clears my head. So I put it up here. There's a lot of mint, and there's mint and wintergreen in it, and so just that particular blend helps to clear my head, and it's cooling because of the mint, and so that is very soothing on the pulsating throb of a migraine. And the smell is not offensive because you know that if you do suffer from migraines, often half of the battle is having all the smells around you that are super strong, and so you can't have perfumey smells, and this is just the blend that you need that doesn't offend your senses, so to speak. Here's a pretty leaf. The leaves falling behind me. We have a glorious day. The time has come, and wouldn't you know, it happened on a day when everyone is sick. I'm only a smidgen under the weather, but I've got 2 boys who have been down for the count. I've been using my past tense on them as they have wanted it. It helps for cooling their temples, and I just run it across their temples and forehead because when you have a fever, it really feels good. I use the past tense for migraines and any kind of headache, honestly, but migraines, it doesn't. I'm not promising that it takes the pain away, but it cools my head. It helps anyway, I can feel how it cools it. It's better than straight peppermint. The aroma just is really good, and if you're a migraine sufferer, you know that there are certain things when you get a migraine that you cannot stand the smell of, and so I don't know, the blend is really good. So I'm making a blend today because I don't know if you can tell, my bottle is down to the drips, and so I have been making this blend for a couple years, and when I went back to my original blog post to find the recipe, I was so devastated to find that the original person who sourced the document no longer has a blog, so I don't know what happened. And I didn't save that because I always thought I would go back to their document, but it's gone. And so I found another Copycat blend, and since I made this like about 2 years ago, I don't know if it's exactly the same, and I'm really frustrated about that because the blend that I had, which was on a blog called motherdaughterdearest.com, they had essential oil blends, and the past tense smelled exactly like the doTERRA past tense. And I have made other blends before for migraines, for tension, and they just didn't do it. So I know that it took all 9 oils, and I think that the proportions are the same. And so I am going to give my blend a final sniff. There's a cup, I'm down to the drops, and we'll go ahead and follow this recipe. If it's not, it's going to take some tweaking, and I don't really want to play around with these oils because some of them are super expensive. The Roman Chamomile is probably the most expensive one, and the Sacred Frankincense are super expensive, so you don't want to lose a single drop. I will make a disclaimer. I am not an affiliate for, well, I'm not an affiliate for doTERRA, and I don't use theirs because of I don't like to play with multi-level stuff, and so I'm not a part of that. I have ordered a few times through a friend of mine who was getting these roller bottles for me, and the quality is great. I don't have a problem with the company. I just prefer to be more independent with who I support. And so I am not an affiliate for Rocky Mountain Oils. If I was ever an affiliate for anyone, it would be them though. And so maybe when I'm bigger, I will get an affiliate association because I get all of my oils from Rocky Mountain. And I will tell you, it's coming up really soon. The best day, the best time of year to get these oils is on Black Friday. They run amazing Black Friday deals. They'll run like 30% off, which is great. Sometimes they'll do a buy one, get one free. I buy almost all of my oils around Black Friday, and you watch for the deals because they'll have like a 5-day deal thing where they'll have this one on sale and that one on sale for really, and the grab bags are really good. I've gotten a lot of these blends through a grab bag, and I know it's a mystery and so you don't know what you're going to get, but I've gotten a lot of oils for a really good price with a grab bag. So that's enough of a commercial for Rocky Mountain. But I will say that I have found their oils to be superb. They are third-party tested, they are very pure, and the quality is just really good. So what you're here for is the past tense blend. The past tense blend from doTERRA is a really good blend for stress, migraines, and it actually helps to open up your sinuses too because it has peppermint and wintergreen in it. I will say something. I have seen some other YouTubers who say that the roller bottle past tense are already pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil, and that is not true. This is a straight blend, and I am making a straight blend. I do not want it diluted when I have it for a migraine. When you get it from doTERRA, as far as I can tell, there is no fractionated coconut oil in this. It is a straight blend. And so obviously you have to be careful. I wouldn't use it with children. You have to be careful around your eyes because I have gotten it in my eyes and that peppermint does burn. And so you just flush with a lot of water. Yeah, certain oils I want straight. I've gotten other roller bottles like peppermint that are diluted and they just don't do anything for me. They're just so weak. This is just me, and you have to make your own decisions. It's always recommended to dilute. And it's funny because I am a sensitive person. I have sensitive skin and everything, sensitive to smells. But when I get my oils, I want them straight. You know, I have to tell you that this is not meant to treat or anything. I'm not promoting this. You have to make your own decisions, and it always is advised to dilute them, like especially with the peppermint. Dilute it in jojoba, almond oil, or olive oil or fractionated coconut oil, but for this blend, I do it straight. And if you look at the ingredients on past tense, it does not list fractionated coconut oil. Let's get to that recipe. Okay, you want to take your roller bottle, and you can get these roller bottles on Amazon. This just happens to be the one with the past tense label on it, but I have gotten some really pretty blue bottles, and I've gotten some amber bottles from Amazon. They're not that much. And I will say that I recommend, if you're gonna do your own oils, you see that silver ball? I've gotten some with a plastic ball, and I don't think they roll as nicely. They catch, they drag. Just what I recommend. So you want to take this thing and you pop it off, and the casing is plastic, and the ball in there will come out. And of course, now that I'm doing this, it's going to be hard to do. There we go. See, the ball popped out, and then you pull the little thing out, because that's gonna, there's a little hole which makes it so your oil could back up a little bit. So I'm going to keep it in the lid because I don't want this to be absorbed in the towel, and I'm going to put the extra on my head and on my neck because I'm not going to waste any of it. This is a wonderful oil. I'm going to start with a recipe, and let me show you in order what you're going to have. And I find it's very helpful to have a little funnel. I'm sure I got this one from Amazon. I have a different shaped stainless steel one that came with a bottle of olive oil that I got, but it was like more of a straight cup, and I like this one a lot better. And I'll tell you, for really, really cheap, you can go to Harbor Freight and you can get those orange ones. They come like a set of 5, and they have little bitty ones like this too. We're gonna, in order, we're gonna do wintergreen, lavender, peppermint, frankincense, coriander, or cilantro. It'll be labeled differently depending on what brand you have. Sweet marjoram, Roman chamomile, basil, and rosemary. The first thing that I'm going to do, and I recommend you also do this, is do this in something. I have this little bitty pitcher, and that way if anything happens to spill, it will go into there. So I'm going to use this funnel. It has a lip, or a whatever this is called, that goes right inside my bottle, which is really nice. And what I'm going to recommend you do is you take the lids off of all of your bottles, so that that's essential for klutzes like me who would be likely to have an issue and knock something over while I'm trying to open something. I have them lined up in the order that they occur in the recipe. I'm thankful that that coriander doesn't smell like cilantro, because I'm not a fan of cilantro. They say it's a certain gene. My mom has it. I have it. It's the hating cilantro gene, and they say it actually is genetics. Some people love it and some people don't. Okay, so what we're going to start out with is 10 drops of wintergreen. And the wintergreen is part of what gives it the cooling effect. Also, along with the peppermint, the wintergreen is a wonderful thing for your head. So I'm going to count carefully. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's easy to let another one slip in there. I got the drops of wintergreen. Now I'm going to do 10 drops of lavender. And let's see if we can see this a little better. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 of peppermint. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so for the sacred frankincense, we are going to do 8. Or whatever frankincense you choose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cilantro or coriander. So it's going to take 5 drops of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know who comes up with these recipes, like originally. It's a really good blend. Okay, and of the marjoram, we are going to do 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About, did another. There's hardly any in here, so I'm gonna probably, yeah, we're probably gonna go and put more in. Okay, so the Roman chamomile, we're gonna put 4 drops in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm not being reckless with this one because it is really expensive for this little smidgen that you get. Okay, basil, 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll just have to tell you that the basil essential oil does not smell like basil. Not even close. It smells more like eucalyptus or something to me. Like, it doesn't smell like pesto. And 4 drops of rosemary. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, I'm just going to tell you that I can already see, since I'm using a different recipe, I had to just try it once. Okay, I can already tell there's hardly any oil in this bottle. Can you see it where it is? Where it's down to here. So yeah, this is a small amount. And I know the recommendation is fill the rest of your bottle up with a carrier oil, but I'm not going to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a recipe. I'd like this bottle to be filled up. So for that recipe that I just did for a 10 ml bottle, I could easily quadruple that recipe and it would still fit in the bottle. 1, 2, 3, yeah, no problem at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill it up the rest of the way with the same proportions. I'm going to do the double recipe plus another single recipe, and that will give me 4 of the same recipe into this bottle. Put the, I don't know what it's called, I'm going to push it back in there to securely put it in. And then the black collar goes on there to hold it all in. That is securely in place. Make sure it's blended really well. And let's give it a try. So we have a full bottle of past tense. You can see it at the top now. So I'm keeping this really tight because I don't want to waste any of that oil. And so now that I've got it all mixed up again, I'm going to go check out my boys because they are up sick. And so this could be a real benefit to them. Okay, there you have it. I will say this wasn't my recipe, but I found the exact recipe on multiple sites with Copycat blends. So yeah, it's already out there. And the same one is already out there. So I am going to post the proportions in the description. You can also, I was going to say you could go to my blog post, but that was linking to the original site that's obsolete now. So I will fix that link on my blog post. So if you want to refer back to that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy your past tense. Use it liberally. It's great stuff.